Hey, here we are again. I just wanted to show a quick tutorial, not a full project or anything, just a technique on how to separate cardboard. This piece I'm actually using for a swap, but the swap I don't want to show the whole thing because it hasn't been officially announced yet. So I have been working on it, but I wanted to show, I haven't seen any videos on how to do this. I just went onto Pinterest and I kind of found just some little snapshots and like some written directions, but I just thought for my first little tutorial video I would show how to separate this. Just for information, because I know you're all seeing it, this is like texture paste. It's supposed to look like snow. It's this stuff, but this actually is called snowy accents or snow accents, but it's really just texture paste that you can get at the craft stores. It's really thick. It's kind of gritty and sandy, which I like. I like the way that works. I kind of want to just get into this real quick. I also put a snap in it. I'm going to do another video for the snap tool, because they really do come in handy. But yeah, I just really wanted to show how I'm going to separate this. It's actually really easy. So what I start off with is a shoebox lid. I work for Kohl's, which I know I've said this like many times before. I work in the shoe department. And when we do the clearance, we cut off the box tops. So I kind of have an unlimited amount of chipboard and corrugated cardboard. And what's nice about this cardboard is it's not overly thick. So you get it's a nice thickness. It's not too thick like a regular cardboard box that you would ship stuff in. It's very thick. I don't know if you'd want to quite do this with that. Maybe you would. I haven't really tried it. But all I did was I used my metal ruler and my X-Acto knives. Now this set I got from Harbor Freight. I think it was around $15. But what's nice, you get 3 of the same handles with 3 of just the regular X-Acto knife blades. Then you get this thick handle. This set is like kind of designed for like carving and stuff. So the thick handle is for like these bigger, thicker ones, and then the smaller handles are for that. But which is nice is if you're doing a project where you need several different things going on, you can set up, 4 different handles, which is kind of nice. You don't have to keep switching. So I just trimmed off the edges using my X-Acto knife and my metal ruler. That was real simple to do. Don't really need to show how to do that, I don't think. And the other thing you're going to want to use is something like this. It's like an awl. You can use an awl. Even that that thing you use for, I don't remember who makes it, but it's got that bristly roly part for getting the negative space out of your die cuts, and it has the little pokey tool on the other side. It does work. I have used it for this, and it does work. It's just not as long as this, but I even think you could use one of those, like, I wouldn't say a toothpick per se. You just want something thin. I wouldn't say a toothpick. That's probably too thin. It'll probably break. But the like the dollar store package of like 100 for $1 skewers, the kebab skewers, those would probably work also. I haven't officially tried it, but real easy to do. Basically, I just go in at one end. You pick like a spot, because you got peaks and valleys. You just want to get into one of the valleys, and you basically just start prying up on it, like so. And you just kind of work your way down. Now, I do end up prying sometimes a little hard. I didn't go through on this one. But sometimes you actually go through, like I can see I almost went through there, which is not a big deal, because on this one, like what I did was I took, we actually got this paper at the Dollar Tree. It comes in a big roll. It's like shipping paper. I think you're supposed to like wrap packages before you ship in it, and I just cut a chunk off, glued my cardboard after it was peeled down to it, glued it on, and just cut around it real quick. It wasn't hard. And it gave it that nice cardboardy look. But what I like is once you get it separated, it makes it kind of pliable. So I'm actually using it almost like a belly band for that. But yeah, basically all you do is you just keep going up. And this was like the neatest way. If you just try to like pull it, you're going to leave like all those little pieces, which honestly, I don't really mind, but this was faster. It took me like forever to do the first one. That's why I went on to Pinterest and had to find a way to do it without taking decades. And I just keep working my way down the piece, and it does. It just peels right away. It just gives you something to, and I'm not prying hard. I just kind of keep working my way down until I get to the end, and then I'll just do it all over again. I'll just kind of roll this back and keep going. It only takes a few minutes to do, and then, because to buy the cardboard already peeled, like they'd have it, I've seen it in like rolls or whatever, like little rolls on, at like the craft stores, like at Michael's and stuff. But first of all, what they charge for it is criminal. They should be ashamed of themselves, those companies. And you're really locked into, it's usually only like maybe a 4-inch wide piece, so you're really, I don't even think it might even be that much. It might only be like a 3-inch. It was real narrow. It was long, but you were really locked into that. With this, you can do any size, really. I mean, within reason, obviously, but you can really kind of, you'll definitely get pieces that you need. And yeah, just kind of keep prying at it carefully. And I did leave what we call the thumb holes. They're holes. What it is when the boxes are on the shelf and they're all flat, they're hard to grab. So they put a thumb hole in the box so you can pull the boxes out. I don't know, maybe that's just an insider thing. But that's what those are for. You can cut those off. I just left it because I'm going to end up trimming these down anyway to cut them to the sizes I want. I usually just do a whole piece, though. I don't cut it first. I just do a whole section I just do the whole box lid. I mean, you could use the whole box just cutting it up. I just bring home the lids because I have access to them for free, and it really is unlimited. Like, the back of my Jeep right now is filled with cardboard. I have to actually bring it in. Because whenever we have clearance, I try to grab the ones that aren't beat up and crushed, and you'd be horrified if you saw what happened to your stuff before it even got into the store, before you even purchased it. So sometimes the stuff gets crushed, and I'll just be honest, people are disgusting. They're filth, and I'm not trying to be like that, but I try not to lose all my faith in humanity, but when you work with the general public, you really see what's out there and what goes on in the world, and the way they talk to their children and the things they let their children get away with. I'm like, man, not that my mom would have beat us or anything, but dang, we would have heard about it. It wouldn't have been acceptable, that's for sure. And what kills me is when they do things to merchandise, first of all, that they don't even own. To me, I don't know, it's vandalism as far as I'm concerned. You're ruining something that doesn't belong to you. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get people at all. But anyway, that's my rant for this video. I guess because this is kind of straightforward, I don't really need to talk too much about it. So we can chit-chat about other things. But yeah, so I'm almost to the end, and I just keep folding this back. I mean, could I probably use it? Maybe. I probably shouldn't crinkle it like that, but I have the other paper. It's only $1 at the Dollar Tree. Which actually, we have a huge roll of it. That's the Dollar Tree roll, but the other one we have is a lot thicker, which I like, of that shipping paper. Basically, my dad got it at Home Depot. It was like $25, but I mean, when I tell you it's a big, thick roll, it's for when, like, you have workers coming in or you're doing home improvement projects and you want to protect your floors. They tape it down to the floor with, like, blue painter's tape. They roll it out in, like, sections, or if you have furniture being delivered or something, so your floors don't get all scratched and wrecked. So they were doing some work on my sister's house, and he had bought a roll of it. They didn't end up using the whole thing. My sister's like, I still have the roll. I don't need it. Here. She brought it over. So we're actually pretty good on that paper now. And yeah, so look how nice and clean this comes off. Now see how nice and warbly, I guess is the word I'll use. It just makes it nice. It's nice and clean. You don't have any rips. And I mean, how long did that really take me? It didn't really take me that long at all. And I didn't even really have to think about it too much. I was talking about how I hate people. I don't hate people. I really don't. It's just sometimes my faith in humanity gets a little jarred. But you know what? I will say, my crafter friends, they really bring back my faith in humanity, and I realize it's not everybody. So thank you guys for that. But yeah, see, actually, I didn't poke through as bad as I did on the last one. Maybe I just didn't pry as hard. I might have pried too hard the last time. I mean, I poked through a little there, but who cares? You're going to either cover it with craft paper or decorative paper, you know, your cardstock, your patterned cardstock. I mean, it doesn't matter to me if I poke through, because you don't see it on this side, even if you were. You know, you may have little rips there, but that's okay. I mean, I like the way it makes this corrugated-y look, because it gives it that, you know, when they used to build, like, or maybe they still do, but like you go to like an old farm or something and they have those sheds that are made out of like corrugated metal. Like, I feel like you get that kind of vibe. That's why I did the snow like this. Oh, and the snow, don't even dirty a paintbrush. I just used the toothpick because it's so thick, you just kind of glop it on, and I just kind of pulled it down and just glopped it. Didn't really get crazy about it. I didn't even want to dirty a paintbrush, and then just threw out the toothpick. Love it when I can do things like that. But yeah, and then I just, like I said, I just glued it down, and you would never know that that was a shoebox lid. And I will do a quick tutorial. I might even shoot that today on the snaps. My dad actually bought us the snap tool. He found it online because he searches like a lot of tools and stuff, because he's a very big DIY kind of guy. And he does a lot of his woodworking and stuff. A lot of the ads that pop up for him on, you know, like the Facebook ads and different like side ads and stuff that pop up, the ad tracking, is a lot of tools and stuff. So it happened to come up. It was like $19.99 the tool, and you got like 1,000 snaps or something, like 1,000 sets, like in all different colors. And then he did buy us some extra clears. I think it was like 100 sets of clear ones. So I mean, you can, it's really not that bad. It was $19.99 with the snaps, I think. Now, I know they have the same exact tool that he got online. They have it at Joann's. I saw it. They have all the snaps, but just the tool itself was $19.99. But then you could use a coupon, all that. But I'm not going to get into that any deeper, let me say, into that right now, because I will do a separate video. Which, like I said, I might even just shoot that now when I'm done with this. But anyway, that's kind of all it is. And then you can use your metal ruler and your X-Acto knife, and you can figure out where you want to cut it and things, and you can cut them down to the different sizes you want. I left these because I said, maybe I'll use that little cutout for something. You never know, even if you do like a file folder or something, you need a little spot, which you could use your punch, which is fine too, but I said, it's already there. I'll just leave it, because I wanted to leave as much as I could to really show it. So yeah, so that's really all it is, just a shoebox lid. I'm not saying to assault your Kohl's employees, because you know we got to band together, but you know, if you ever want to give them a call and see if you can get a couple of box lids, or when you go there, just ask if they have a couple of box lids, because we just send them out for recycling. So I usually just grab, you know, maybe like 10 or 15 at a time. And we do have it where it's corrugated, and then some of the boxes are like chipboard. So when I'm going through, I'm making little piles as I'm doing it, and I have to put notes on it. Don't throw this away. Don't recycle this out. Leave it here. Lindsay's taking it. So that's what I always do. But anyway, quick tutorial. Hope you guys can use that technique. I really like it. I'm going to use it quite a bit just because I have access to the material, and I do like the way it looks, and it can be decorated up. It gives it a very rustic kind of look. But anyway, that's really all it was. Just wanted to show it real quick. A little all tool. And I will say, I don't use all of these tools in here, but for $15, Harbor Freight, I was really happy with this set. It does what I want it to do. I mean, I really only bought it because it was an X-Acto knife set, and I was seeing what they wanted for X-Acto knives, just like the cheap metal handles. Were like $7 at the craft store. Yes, you can use your 40 or 50% off coupon. Now you're getting it for around $3.50, $4. I get it. But I also like the idea because, remember, my mom and I are both crafters. So we like to have sometimes certain tools we do like to have multiples of. And I thought an X-Acto knife is not a bad thing to have multiples of. And I liked all the different blades. Not that I knew what I was going to do with them. But at least I have the options now, and I didn't even think about the all tool, but now I seem to be using this quite a bit, for even for other things, like when I make my books and stuff. When you make these signatures for like actual my journals that I was making and the actual books that I was making, like the real deal legit books, you have to poke holes in the signatures to sew them together. So boom, there you go, I got a tool. So there's actually a lot of things that I do use this for, and there's all kinds of like little scrapers and carving tools, and I do work a lot with the foam for Halloween and Christmas, for my Halloween and Christmas display, which I will probably post a video. I mean, I made a lot of stuff. Some stuff I think is going to need a little repair this year, so I will probably make videos of that and at least take some stills just so you guys can see kind of really where my crafting started. It really wasn't in the paper crafting. I like this for the winter time. Well, I even liked it for the summer, but, well, the winter time is going to be different because that's when I'm trying to get my Christmas done. So, yeah, I'll show you guys. You'll see what I mean. But, yeah, that's really it. That's really all there was to it. So, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that stuff. Have a good day, guys.